Hello everyone, welcome to a new video. It is me, Desiree, and today we're going to talk about a few new drugstore makeup releases that I am not interested in buying. Normally when I see a new thing, I'm like, no matter what it is, I want it. It's new, so it's exciting to me. I want to buy it, I want to try it. But of course there are some things that come out that I'm just like, don't really want to try it, don't really care about that brand, the packaging, whatever, I don't want to buy it for whatever reason. I probably have about, I don't know, 10 items or so. I just want to share with you things I'm not going to be buying, although it always seems like I buy everything anyway. But there are some things here that I just have zero interest in, not going to buy them anytime soon. So the first thing I put on here is anything Makeup Revolution. I'm not sure if you know, I feel like I've mentioned it one time before, but Makeup Revolution doesn't interest me as a brand. I purchased some stuff from them before. I have some videos on my channel, like some hauls from Makeup Revolution. Because at the time, they were new to me, and they have so many products, so many like offshoot brands under their umbrella. They have skincare now, they're at Target now, so they're really accessible, and they have so many things, and usually at a good price point. But the one thing that really rubs me the wrong way is like the copycat stuff that they do. Like I can't do it. Like I remember when they came out with the I don't know if it was the contour palette or the eye palette that Kat Von D had done back in the day called Shade and Light Eye Contour Palette. It was the Shade and Light Contour Palette. They did the exact same thing, but they called it Light and Shade Contour Palette, but the packaging was the same, the inside was the same. That kind of stuff I just don't really like. You know, they have ripped off indie brands before with like just whatever quality they're putting in there. That kind of stuff rubs me the wrong way. I have literally no interest in that brand ever. Like I see them and I just walk right past them. Nothing really catches my eye anyway. Although I did get both of the Emily Noel palettes for Makeup Revolution because I want to support Emily, I mean, obviously I supported the brand at the same time, but you know, I have no intention of buying anything from Makeup Revolution ever again. Another brand like this, I kind of think I'm over Physicians Formula. I don't know. I have two things from Physicians Formula currently. I have the Butter Believe It foundation, which I love. I think it's great. And I have, well, I guess this is a bunch of stuff all at once, but a couple of years ago they came out with a big box for the holidays. It's like the butter collection, and it had every butter product in it, from eyeshadows to bronzers to the lip stuff to highlighters, blushes. It had everything in it. So I guess I have a lot of stuff, but I count that as one thing for some reason. But other than that, I have no interest in that brand. I see it at work all the time. Like just recently the brand got taken out of the store, like we don't carry it anymore. I don't know, the packaging is way too bulky all the time. I'm not sure why they have never revamped the packaging. I do like that they have taken off the crazy claims, because I remember years ago they used to have like 10,000% moisturizing and like really over the top numbers and before and after pictures on their packaging. I'm glad they changed that, but I think the packaging is just still just, it's just over the top for me. I have no interest in the brand. They did come out with all those like cute little compacts with like little faces on them, and I saw them for a second. I was like, oh, those are cute, but I don't really want to buy a bunch of butter primers. I have no interest in those. So Physicians Formula, I don't know. Don't really care about them anymore. The next thing I won't be buying is anything Wet n Wild eyeshadow related. So Wet n Wild has had this big giant eyeshadow palette out for a long time, and I saw it and immediately I was like, I have to have it, it's new, I have to have it, I'm gonna die. But then I of course came to my senses a second later and realized I don't like Wet n Wild's eyeshadow formula at all. They have one good palette, it's the one called Call Me Sunshine, one of those like 10-pan palettes. That's the only one I think is very good. I bought all the other ones, don't like them at all. I don't like what they've done with their eyeshadow formula at all. They've reformulated it so many times. It's just kind of blah now. I find it difficult to work with, doesn't blend, the shimmers are bad. No interest at all. We did get 2 new palettes, I think, in their set this year, and of course right away I was like, new stuff, but didn't buy them because I know I'm not gonna like them. So Wet n Wild eyeshadow, it's just not for me. I just don't like what they've done with it. The next thing, so this is the product that made me want to do this video, and it's from Burt's Bees. Burt's Bees came out with the cleansing balm, and you know I'm cleansing balm crazy, so right away I was like, I want it. It's $22.99 for a 2-ounce cleansing balm. Was it 2 ounces exactly? Let me double check. It's 2.8 ounces, so almost 3 ounces. Let me get something for reference. So this isn't exactly 2.8 ounces, this is 2.54 ounces, so it's a little bit bigger than this. This is the Vichy Double Glow Peel Mask, by the way, one of my favorite things of all time. So it's a tiny bit bigger than this, and it's $22. Like, that's too much for a cleansing balm, and as much cleansing balm as I would use and I would need to feel satisfied, I'm gonna blow through that thing. There's no way I would spend $22 on a cleansing balm from Burt's Bees. I've tried a lot of Burt's Bees skincare over the years, and I think I have a video talking about some Burt's Bees skincare, and I've always found it just incredibly underwhelming. I got very into Burt's Bees years ago when I went vegan, and I was like, I'm only using cruelty-free products and natural stuff, and I was all about Burt's Bees. But now that I've tried other things and I moved on to other brands, I find them, like I said, very underwhelming. They're too expensive for what they are. Although I still really want to try all their makeup products, the skincare just does not appeal to me, especially a $22 cleansing balm. So the next thing I put on here is the Maybelline Green Edition stuff. So I don't know why they made this line. This is one of those things that I'm like, why does that exist? Why did they call it the Green Edition? I mean, I'm assuming we all know why, because it's like the clean thing and it's kind of a trend. But every brand makes up what clean is to them. Like, there's no standard for clean. So I went to Maybelline's website to learn about the Green Edition stuff, because what I read on the back of the packaging today, they considered a clean formula because it doesn't have mineral oil or parabens in it. And that's it. Like, those are the only two ingredients that they don't put in their products. They're like, oh, it's green now. I don't know, I don't get it, because even then those two ingredients aren't bad. Like, it's not the end of the world to have parabens in your products, and mineral oil as well. But anyway, on their website, they say that the formulas contain a minimum of 70% natural origin ingredients. The formulas are vegan. Also, they are clean, which means they don't have mineral oil or parabens in them, and that the packaging includes new and recycled materials. When I was looking at the foundation today, the Drop foundation, it says it's 20% recycled glass, which I feel is something, but not enough to call yourself green, I don't think. And anyway, besides the packaging and the whole whatever about the Green Edition, the foundation, oh my gosh, I tried it out today, and it was the chunkiest, like most separated, curdled formula I have ever felt in my life. Like, I literally took it out of the dropper and I was like, oh my gosh, it's so separated. No, it wasn't separated. It was chunky, like chunky and curdled texture. Like, so pigmented oils, I don't think ever work. Like, I've tried some from other brands. It's not a good idea. It's not something I feel like no one's ever gotten it right. But anyway, I tried to shake it as hard as I could. I was like, maybe you just gotta shake it. But no matter what I did, it was chunky and gross. The shades also seem to be all over the place. Like, there's only a handful of shades. They're numbered like randomly. Like, you would think between 10 and 30, there's gonna be a 20 and a 15 maybe. But there isn't. There's just 10 and 30. And then they're both like drastically different. Couldn't find a shade for me. And then I was like, the texture and everything, no thanks, Maybelline. And then the other thing for Maybelline I'm not buying is the Super Stay, like their new concealer. Although I did try to buy it because I wanted to try it, because I wanted to try it out with the Revlon one, because I bought the Revlon one like a month ago and I've been using it. It's very meh, and I wanted to see if the Maybelline one was any better. Couldn't find a shade for me. They all lean very yellow, very pink. Just didn't find a shade, and then I gave up on it and I don't really care about it anymore. The next thing is the e.l.f. Camo Powder Foundation. So I actually really wanted to try this. I went to Walmart, they carried it, but they only had 2 shades. And not that they only had the 2 shades in stock, they only carried 2 shades. There was 2 spots for 2 shades, and that was it. And I was like, well, I'm gonna buy one of them anyway, it'll just work for me. And of course I didn't, it didn't work for me. And then I went to the website, there's only like 12 shades or so, and one of them, I just couldn't find a shade that really worked for me, and by then I kind of forgot about it, don't really care about it. Not really interested in it anymore. Another thing I don't want to buy is the new CoverGirl blush palettes. Although these look so cute, and the first time I saw them online, I was like all about it, like I have to get them. But I don't know, I just feel like they're just 3 more blushes I don't need in a palette. Like, I have so many blushes that I love. I don't need to keep buying just random things just for the sake of trying it, you know? And I know this is one of those things, I was gonna buy it just to try it, and then I'd have my opinion on it, and then I would put it away, and then go back to all my favorite things, you know? So I'd rather just not buy it, not try it. I can just imagine how it's gonna be, and that's it, you know? No interest in buying it. And the last thing that I have here was something that just broke my heart. It's from Pixi, and it's their Hyaluronic Powder. So it's called H2O Skin Veil. And I saw this at Target. It was kind of before they had the set with the new products in it where, you know, when you go in a little too early and all the new stuff's just kind of like stuck around or on displays. I saw this powder, I picked it up immediately. It was in the tiniest little container where I actually thought it was a travel size because it was so small. It sounded so good. It sounded just like it might be like their kind of take on the By Terry Hyaluronic Hydra powder, which I've always wanted to try but cannot bring myself to buy it. It just looks great. I was carrying it around Target and I was like, I'm just gonna get a price check on it. It was $24. I literally was holding it and I was like, there's no way this travel size is $24. I got it and I just put it right back and I was like, that's it, walking away. I've thought about it so much since then though. Like I really, really want to try that. I could just feel it on my skin. I'm kind of picturing it to be similar to maybe the Becca Hydra Mist powder. Oh, that powder is so good. I still have a couple of full sizes I haven't brought myself to open yet. But it says it's a lightweight, loose water powder that blurs, cools, and refreshes and hydrates the skin to create a velvet skin-like finish. Just sounds great. I feel like it sounds very similar to the Becca powder, their Hydra Mist powder, but I can't bring myself to pay. Hold on. Anyway, I can't bring myself to pay $25 for that powder, $24 for that powder. But I just saw, I was on Pixi's website reading about that powder. They have a cushion foundation. I might have to try that. Hold on. Do they have any other shades? It looks like it's just one shade. It says it's a brightening, color correcting face tint that blends seamlessly into the skin. Sheer buildable formula. Is there just one? I don't know. I'll have to do more research on this, but I got distracted. But that is it. Those are some drugstore products I will not be buying and why. If you've decided to pass on certain products for a reason, I would love to know what they are. Whether you agree with me or don't agree with me, I would love to know your thoughts and opinions as always in the comment section. But yeah, that is it. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe so you don't miss the next one. And I will see you later in another video. Goodbye.